friends, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. It's been a little bit of a long day. We've been out working in the yard, just got out of the shower, that's why my hair is still a little bit wet. But I was trying to think of something easy, and Mark didn't feel like going out. I didn't feel like going out. We don't feel like eating. And I ran across this meal on Facebook. However, you know me, I add stuff, subtract stuff, do stuff, so it's going to work still. So anybody that follows me knows that I use my hamburger that's already been cooked in an Instant Pot. And it does say for onions. And from the pizza we had the other day, I have a little bit of leftover mushrooms. And then what's going to happen is I have my brown gravy mix and then my onion soup mix. So I'm going to be mixing that kind of like all together. I'm just going to serve that over instant mashed potatoes because we're both incredibly lazy. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you down that today. And I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to cook all in the same pan. And I have to make sure, obviously, I cook the onions good because Mark cannot still have raw onions. So I go ahead and warm up that meat and cook up the onions at the same time. And then what's going to happen is the onion soup mix I do not have to have a certain amount, you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain times when I make things with like my homemade cream of mushroom soup that I put that in there just for an extra taste because that onion soup mix is just, to me, absolutely amazing flavor. I love it. So I'll be making a mess all over my clean stove. Sometimes, you know, when you're just trying to do everything all at once, that just doesn't happen. So I'm going to go ahead and let that cook. But what I'm going to do meanwhile is, this is actually 2 tablespoons of mix to 1 cup of water. And I think I'm going to make the 2 cups like I usually do. And then I'll just go ahead and add some of this. And then we'll just actually stir that in after the fact, because I don't want it to be lumpy inside the gravy, because nothing worse than lumpy gravy. So let me get the water out and we'll get that mixed up. Alright, so I'm going to take a couple tablespoons here. I'm going to mix a little bit by a little bit because I can just see what's going to happen is I'm going to make a big mess with this gravy. The hamburger is like pretty much done. I have some water over here, and I have my bag of instant potatoes, which I'll make up really quick here. Now, as you can see, my gravy, ouch, that water's hot. The gravy is a very light color. And what I'll be doing is I'm going to be adding some of this banquet browner, and you'll see how nice and brown that gets the meal there. And one thing I like about using my own homemade gravy like that is that I save a lot of money. I make it myself, and I save a lot more money doing it that way. And man, my pan is just done. I'm going to add just a little bit more water to this. I want that gravy to be a little bit thinner. So I'll put because I have that instant hot water at my sink. Because I'm going to let that cook just for a minute and get all that stuff off the bottom where the hamburger is browning. But as you can see, that browning stuff does a really excellent job at making this nice and brown. And because I have an electric stove, it actually is still pretty hot even though the burner is off now. But this, like I said, this should be hopefully a quick dinner. Oh, I forgot, we're going to do green beans too. It's not that I am a big fan of green beans. I don't know where my rag went. Mark took my Mark took my rag. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and throw in the potatoes. And I have to open up a can of green beans. Did you want vegetables with us, Mark, or no? Okay, I guess we're not going to have any vegetables with us. So this is even a simpler meal. But with his stomach issues, he cannot have things like the peas, the peas. I guess he can have broccoli if it's like way overcooked, which he's not a fan of smushy broccoli.
I can eat green beans.
He can eat green beans. He can't eat corn. He can't eat peas. He can't eat regular beans. So cooking has been a little bit harder for me to actually even know what to cook that even sounds good.
It's temporary.
So, I mean, he's supposed to start to be able to eat real food as of June 8th. So then I can get back to cooking more regular meals. And let me get out my plates. Sorry, that was just right over the microphone. That was really not necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and plate up some of those potatoes here. And if anybody's ever wondering, that package of instant potatoes is actually 1 cup of potatoes. If no one knew that, I didn't know that for the longest time. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one more stir. And like I said, I mean, I love like SOS, you know, type meal. So this to me is kind of like an SOS when I saw this. I mean, I don't know for sure how good it's going to taste. I could have probably thinned down the gravy just a little bit more. But obviously, you know what I'm saying? This was just a super quick, easy dinner. So you will have to let me know if you've ever made anything like this before. If you have, did you make any changes than what I've done here before? Always let me know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a very blessed and wonderful day.